Hello viewers, you're welcome to Yinky Couture channel. This is a channel where I share lots of sewing tutorials. If you are new to my channel, I welcome you. Please don't forget to subscribe and also share our videos. You can also give us a thumbs up where necessary. Leave your comment in the comment section. I will give you a reply as soon as I see it. Thank you. Today's tutorial, I'm going to deal on corset. Remember, I've done a corset tube before. If you haven't watched it, I'm going to put the link under the description button and you will see it there. You can also watch this so that it may clarify some questions you may want to ask. So right now, I want to show you how you can draft a corset with sleeve. The one I did is a corset with tube, but this one is a corset with sleeve. So let's get started. I've drafted my basic bodice. I believe you all know how to do this. So with this is the bust, this is the under bust, this is the waistline, and this is the armhole, which is also called our upper chest. So with that, the next thing to do is, the method we are going to use is just the way we draft our normal bustier off shoulder. So this is the way we are going to do it. There is nothing complicated in this. Watch me as I do this. Here on the under bust, the only difference that will be here is that since my nipple to nipple measurement, because the measurement I will need for this tutorial, I'm going to need my nipple to nipple, which is 7 inches, my shoulder 15, my bust 36, my under bust, my waist, my round sleeve. So as my nipple to nipple measurement is 7 inches, because this is cut on fold, we are going to divide it by 2. I have 3.5 inches. This is what we are going to do. I'm only going to add 1 inch because the center panel is only going to be 1. So let me add 1 inch to my 3.5 inch, so I will have 4.5. So let's take it again. I'm going to add extra 1 inch allowance to my 3.5 nipple to nipple, so that I will have 4.5. And why I'm adding it is because I need some allowance to join my cup to the center panel. That's why I'm not leaving it as 4 or 3.5. So I'm going to mark the same measurement all through. 4.5 here also. 4.5. Whatever your nipple to nipple measurement is, you are going to add 1 inch to it. So with that, I can connect it with a straight ruler so that it will just be a guide. And after doing that, I'm going to mark out my radius, my bust radius. So the radius will be, because the distance between my bust and my under bust is 4 inches, so I'm not going to use 4 inches directly because I'm still going to sew. I'm still going to sew it, so it will still come down. I'm using 3 inches. So 3 inches here. I'm going to mark 3 inches all through. 3 inches like this. 3 inches away from the bust point. As you can see, 3 inches like this also, away from the bust point. Then I'll come here and do that also. So I have my radius now, like my cup, the way my cup will be. So I can connect it with my free hand. But before I connect it with my free hand, because there will be a lot there, I'm going to do some deviation. So I'm still going to mark it upward, the 3 inches upward. Although I may not use it, I'm still going to mark it, the one that will be up. So we have our circumference like this. We have our circumference with our 3 inches radius. So with that, this side must occupy our breast, because this side, it occupies the highest volume of our breast. So I'm going to come out here by 1 inch. I'm going to add 1 inch to this place. So the 1 inch will be connected to this. So when I come here, because we have our radius now, I'm only going to connect this like this to this and come up now. So the next thing to do is to, for the downside, we have created our cup here just to connect my points together. Then I will show you how to do that. So maybe we should connect it together so that it won't convince you now. So I'm going to come like this. So I have this already. So what I'm going to do next is the upper part. How is it going to be? The normal thing that we do to half shoulder bust here, off shoulder bust here, is what we are going to do here. I'm going to get my neck depth. Depends on how deep you want it to be, but because it's a corset, I can come down by 7.5 inches. So the neckline will be created in such a way, because we know that center is always something like it would first of all be straight. So I'll make sure it is straight by 1.5 inch first before I start bending my hand. You know that effect that is always at the center of your corset that will be sort of straight. So right now, the next thing I'm going to do right now is to create my neckline. So if I want to create something like sweetheart neck, I'll just come up like this and go down like this. If I come up like this, I'm only going to create my neckline when I get to, because from here, what will my neckline be? How deep I want it to be, or so my neckline, I want it to be as wide as 5 inches. So I'm only going to come up like this because I want it to be a sort of sweetheart. It will go up like this, connect to this. When I get here, I'm going to leave it. Then I'll connect it to the armhole. Because when you create your neckline, after creating your neckline, the next thing to do is just to create your armhole, connect your armhole with it. So I'm going to use my free hand to do that. If you like, this is not a standard measurement. If you like, you may go up than this. Depends on how you want your breast to show. So the kind of neck I'm creating, so it will just come like this. Then I'm going to connect this, the line that is coming right now will be connected to it with a straight line, just like that. As you can see, it's very simple. This is just what you can just create, the way we create our neckline. So here, when I get here, I'm going to come on my bust line. We are just going to input our dart. So my dart will be 1 inch here, 1 inch here, half inch here, half inch here. Then under bust, I'm also going to take half inch and half inch. And when I get here on my waistline, I'll take 1 inch by 1 inch. Then the next thing is to connect it. So the dart would be such a way, the way we always come down by 1 inch from the breast point, will come down by half inch here so that it won't have a pointed edge. So I'm going to connect it. So we have our dart here, and also we'll come here and also create our dart, half inch here from the straight line, half inch to up and half inch down. So then I will mark half inch from this breast point so that it will have a pointed edge also. Then I'm going to create the dart, connect the dart. Then I'm going to show you. And when I come here, so I'm going to input my measurement here. I'm going to input my measurement here, and I'm using bust 36. So the measurement will just be add 3 inches sewing allowance to your measurement. Then I'll have 12. And when I add 3 inches here, I'm going to have 8 plus 3 will give me 11. Then I'm also going to add 3 inches to the measurement that I have here. You add extra 3 inches sewing allowance to your, so I have 2 inches for the dart intake. I'm going to add it to my measurement, which is 7 inches, because my under bust, which is 7.5, So 2 plus 7.5 will give me 9.5, and 9.5 plus 3 inches will give me 12.5. So just remember that your sewing allowance that you are adding, including your dart, is 3 inches. 3 inches sewing allowance is what has been added here. Then I'm also on the upper chest line. The same measurement that I put here is what I'll put on the upper chest line. If this is 12, this will be 12.5. But I don't really need the upper chest line. So from the underbust, you only come up by 1 inch. Come up by 1 inch. Can you see the mark? From the underbust, from the bust line, you come up by 1 inch. Then the 1 inch that you come on, you just connect it with this. That will be our armhole. That will be where you will connect your sleeve, like the off shoulder sleeve. Can you see? So this is how it will be. This is where you will connect your off shoulder sleeve. So I'm just going to connect the other points together, just like that. It's as simple as that. The next thing to do is that I'm going to connect this one to this, but I won't go, it won't curve like this, it will just bend a little. As you can see the way I bend my hand, it will just bend a little. So that's the connection. So from here, the next thing to do is that I will now come to this side after doing that to take my dart, 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch. So I'll come out here by 1 inch to avoid pointed edge. So we have this already. So my sleeve will be connected to this line. So I will show you how the sleeve will be connected. Let's do justice to the front pattern first. So I'm going to remove all the darts. So I'm going to label this A, B, C, so that there won't be confusion. All the darts will be removed. So then this will also be removed, the cup. I'm only going to cut it through. I'm not going to cut it through to avoid any form of confusion. So the pattern is something like this now. After cutting it out, this is the front pattern. This is how it will look. Then I'm going to use it to cut out the fabric. So for the back bodies, how we are going to do it is that I've drafted out the basic body. This is the bust, this is the under bust, and this is the waist. So the next thing to do is to input our zipper allowance is here, 1.5 inch down. Then this is our upper chest. So from here, I'm going to input my nipple to nipple measurement. 4 here and 4 here. So I will come up from the bust line by 1 inch. Then I'm going to measure the dart intake under the bust will be 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch, and here also will be 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch. Then I'm going to connect the points together. First of all, connect the straight line, then connect the dart intake like so. like we do for off shoulder bust here, I'm going to create my neckline here. The neckline, how deep do I want the neck for the back to be? So I want it as deep as 7 inches. So I'm going to create any type of neckline I want here. So the neck depth, how do I want it to be? I want the neck depth to be as wide as 4.5. So I'll be focusing on this point, then I'll come up like this. This is the type of neckline that I want for the back. I want it to just come deep like this and come up like this. I mean, I've gotten to this point, then I will stop because that's the depth I want. I want a depth of 4.5. If I want a depth of 5 inches, I can extend it to this point of 5 inches. I can still extend it to 5 inches if I want. I think the depth of 5 inches will be fine, and 5 is here, as you can see. So the depth of 5 inches, because by the time I sew it, it will reduce to 4.5. So I have my neckline here, the point is here. So I'm going to come up the way I did for the upper body, the front bodies. I'll come up here by 1 inch only. So then I'm going to input my bust measurement. The bust measurement is 36 inches divided by 4, 9 plus 2 inches sewing allowance. Then here 1 inch dart intake plus 7.5, 8.5 plus 2, I have 10.5, and I have the same measurement here. I'll just add extra 1/2 inch for this. So since this is where I'm coming, I'm going to connect my points like this, deviate like this. This is the final bust stop. So I'm going to connect it with a straight line to this. The measurement is input already. So this is for the back body. The next thing to do is to connect it on a straight line. This is our new armhole, off shoulder armhole. So I have my back bodies ready. The next thing to do is to cut it out. So I have my back bodies now. So as for the sleeve, if you haven't watched my basic sleeve, I advise you to watch that so as to know how I arrived at this. So I'm going to attach it also. So this is the normal sleeve that does, this is not off shoulder, but we want to create an off shoulder sleeve from this sleeve. So what we are going to do right now is that, how off do we want it to be? How off do I want my sleeve to be? I want it to be as off as 3 inches. So I'm going to cut another one out. I'm going to use this one to trace another one from this. So I have a template underneath already. So I'm still going to put it. Then I'll place how off I want it to be. If I want it to be as off as 3 inches, then I'll measure from up 3.5 inches because of the sewing allowance. So I've marked it. So what I measured here, I'm going to measure also on the armhole 3.5. Then I'm going to connect it like so. So I'm going to cut this off now. This will be cut off. This is the how off it will be. So I have the off shoulder is created already. So I'm going to remove this and I'll show you how to fix it. So if a shoulder will be fixed to the back, as you can see, this is it. Because all these ones will go with the seam allowance. This one that is remaining will go with the seam allowance. So this is what we have. So This is the off shoulder that has been created. So I can also as well fix it to the front also, so that you can see the front pattern. As you can see, this is our front pattern that we created the other time. So I want you to see how it will look. That's why I'm fixing it back again. It is very simple, no abracadabra. So this is the armhole. As you can see, this is where I'll fix the sleeve. Can you see? The sleeve is fixed already. So I'm just going to place the sleeve here. I just want to give you a rough sketch of what we are trying to achieve. So our sleeve is created to our corset. The next thing I'm going to do right now is to cut out the main fabric and the lining. And this is the main fabric. I just want to show you how it will look like. So what I'm going to do right now, what I did is that I ironed a soft stay on it so as to make it stable, so that it won't fray up and down, and I label it the way I labeled this so that there won't be a mixture. So I'm just going to cut this through since I have labeled it. So the next thing to do is to go and connect this. I will sew this together with this. It will go like this. I will sew it together. After sewing it, I'm still going to join this to it. So the sewing is what I'm going to do right now. I'm going for the sewing now to join the panels of the cup together. That's what I'm going to do now. So I've told you how to join it. You first of all join the A to B, the B to C. You first of all join the B to C. After joining the B to C, you now join the A to the B and C. So I have my cup, my bra cup, which is my size. So I've joined the panels of the cups together, and this is it. The three panels have been joined together, and this is how it will look like. So I'm going to iron it so that it will be firm, as you can see. Then I'm going to fix this inside the panels. So I'm going to fix this inside the panels like so. This is where it will come. After joining the panels together, I just put the cup so that we can see how it will look. I'm going to join these panels to this like so. Then I'll come here also and join this. After joining this to this, these two together and this together, I'm going to fix my cup inside like so. Then I'll bring the result. Whatever I do to the main fabric, I'm going to do to the lining. All these things I'm doing, I've cut the same lining this way. So I'm going to do it exactly the same way I do for the fabric. I'll bring the results later. And so right now I have my sewable bony. This is my bony that will be used, that will be fixed in between all the joinings of the panels. So I have cut the size I'm going to input here, and I trimmed the edges to avoid the sharp edges. So I'll go and use candlelight to burn it in order so as to avoid the sharpness. So I'm going to fix this inside this. You can see the way I joined the panels together. I've joined the two panels together, and the third panel is here. So this is where the cup will be inserted. Here is where the cup, so the panels will be joined like so. This is where the cup will be inserted. So I've joined one of the panels of the cup, and this is it. I joined it outside. I stitch it outside. It's not the one that you will stitch the I put the wrong side together. You can see it inside that it is neat. So the reason why I did it like this is that I stitch it to the right side, so that, and it will be like this, so that the allowance that is here is what I will use as my piping hole. I'm going to stitch it down like this, then I will insert my boning into the hole. I've stitched it the way I told you I would do it. Then the boning will be inserted into this hole like so. So the boning is inside. So I'm going to put my cup here. So the cup will be fixed inside here, as you can see. So I'm going to fix the cup from here to here. So I won't fix the cup right now. I will remove the cup first. I'll first of all fix the fabric so as to make it easier. I'll fix the fabric, then I'll now use gum to gum the cup to the inner side, to the fabric inside. I will use gum to gum it. So this is the lining. I have joined the panels of the lining together. So the next thing to do is to attach the cup, and I will attach it like so. Then I'm going to use, you can use gum, or you can iron it with hemming. You can iron it with hemming gum. And I'm going to put, this is a U gum. I'm going to put it all over. So I have the gum put all over. So I'm going to just put it like this. Then I will use my hand to push this one. So this is how it will be attached to this side. So whatever I do here, I'm going to do it for the other side too, just like so. So this will be, the right side will be like this. So this is the final result, the main fabric. Yeah, I'm going to use it to turn it like so. I'll place it, then sew only this side. I'm going to sew it, only the neckline. As you can see, the neckline starts from here, starts from the ear to here. So I'm only going to sew the neckline to the lining, then I will turn it to the other side. So we have our result ready. And this is the result after joining the lining with it. The cup is inside, and you can see the formation. So this is the inner part, and we have our armhole. This is the armhole. This is where the sleeve will be fixed. Then the sleeve will come like this, like our normal off shoulder bustier sleeve. The way we fix it, the sleeve will come. We will fix the sleeve to this side. As you can see, the sleeve is the sleeve will be fixed to this part, as you can see. Then the design is just trimmings. You can use any trimmings to do the design on the place where you put your boning. So this is the end of the tutorial. I believe you have learned one thing or the other in this tutorial, and if you like our video, please don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. See you in my next video. Take good care of yourself until then. Bye.